Here's a compilation of guns and road
Home
rage.
video that shows the moments of road rage happened in a dangerous turn. And police do say a man is behind bars as a result after being accused of pointing a gun at two people in another car in Port St. Lucie. Watch it here with me.
I'm telling you right now.
Police say 63-year-old Paul Slane drove his black Mercedes around a truck while pointing a handgun at the two people inside, then stopped in front of them in the road. And that's when Slane got out of his car with the gun in hand. You can see him here try to take the phone. He then drove away from the scene. Eventually, he was arrested. Slane faces several charges here, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Road rage incident caught on camera in the West Valley.
What? You scared now? Do you want to die? For what? For what?
This happened in Surprise near Litchfield and Cactus Road. According to court documents, Cheyenne Bamba tried to switch lanes to make a right turn but cut off a truck. Authorities say the truck driver, who you just saw, is identified as 40-year-old Air Force Sergeant Charles Bass. He pulled up next to Bamba and, as you saw, pointed a gun at her. Bamba filmed the entire altercation. Police later arrested Bass. Bamba tells us she was pretty shaken up by what happened.
Now when I see that his make or like the similar car, I look and see if it's his face because it just makes me nervous, a little anxious.
According to court documents, Bass claims that Bamba was driving erratically, which triggered his PTSD, and he doesn't know why he pointed the gun at her.
Arrestee happening now. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office is investigating a road rage incident. It happened Sunday on I-80 just west of Lincoln. Deputies say the man on the left there, Briar McCoy of Iowa, pointed a gun at another driver as they were driving side by side on the interstate. Officials are still looking into what led up to it, but they said this is becoming all too common.
At 11, one woman's morning commute turns into a terrifying road rage incident.
In a story you'll only see on 8, she tells us how frustration turned into fear for her life. 8 News Now reporter Madison Kimbrough live near Horizon Ridge in the 95 where it happened. Madison?
Yeah, Denise and Brian, we know how dangerous these valley roadways can be. And as you're about to hear, in one woman's attempt to merge into a lane, a gun was pulled and then pointed directly at her.
It's dangerous out there, and I didn't think that would ever happen to me.
Loanne describes the scary encounter during her commute early Tuesday morning while merging onto the 95 from the 215. Ann says she was merging lanes when this car sped up and forced her out of the way. Then as she approached the same intersection, this happened.
As I went by him, I went beep, beep, and as I'm going beep, beep, I'm passing him, and he's holding the gun like that. And I see the silver pistol and everything.
In disbelief, her instincts kicked in, and instead of driving the other way, Ann knew she needed to report him.
I got way behind him, and I took a picture of his license plate, and he ended up turning on Horizon into that chevron right there. I could see him pumping gas and also putting something in the toolbox in the back of his truck, which I assumed to be the gun.
Loanne called 911, and within minutes, she says Henderson police showed up.
They pulled him over. There was like 5 cops that came. The gun did end up being in the toolbox, and they got him.
Loanne plans to press charges. And while she's still shaken up, she's proud that she stood up for herself.
I just feel grateful that I'm okay, and I feel grateful that they got his gun and that he wasn't able to do that to anyone else. He was driving like a psycho.
And 8 News Now learning the name of that driver from Henderson Police, 51-year-old Alvaro Madrid. Now, he was booked into the Henderson Detention Center. He's facing 1 count of assault of a deadly weapon and 1 count of possession of a firearm of a prohibited person. Reporting live in Henderson, Madison Kimbrough, 8 News Now.
Yes, I'm Rod Fowler. A confrontation on Highway 77 escalates, leading to several felony charges for one man. Channel 8's Courtney Scornia is where it all happened. And Courtney, what can you tell us tonight?
Rod, several people telling me they see angry drivers along Highway 77 all the time, but they never imagined that one of those angry drivers could threaten their life.
Here you can see a time lapse of the drive to the spot of a frightening encounter on Wednesday morning. A man and his 1-year-old daughter were driving near Highway 77 in Saltillo Road when a semi-truck driver pointed a gun at them.
This caused Mr. Walker to fear for his life.
Deputies responding and stopping the semi, which was hauling cattle near West O Street. Houchins says deputies found the gun behind the driver's seat and took the driver, 30-year-old Nathan Doris of Fremont, into custody. The semi-driver claims the man in the other vehicle cut him off. Houchins says this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
These seem to be occurring more and more.
One Lincolnite tells me he deals with road rage a lot and tries not to take things too seriously.
It's mind-blowing, it's especially with a toddler in the car and, single parent with a toddler. I don't think it's all right.
Houchin explains what drivers can do should they come across an intense road rage incident like this one.
Back off on those incidents. Don't continue to, I know people get upset and it escalates. Any more of these days, you don't know what an individual is going to be willing to do, especially if you have a child in the car with you. It's better to back off, call us, we'll come handle the situation.
Doris is facing several charges, including terroristic threats and using a weapon to commit a felony. Reporting in Lincoln, Courtney Scornia, Channel 8 News.